I'm going to ask you a few questions. How many Muslims believe that Jesus raised the dead? Raise your hand. Look at this. Muslims raise their hand. A miracle of Jesus raising the dead. And yet Muslims, they raise their hand and say, yes, we believe that Jesus raised the dead bi-idhnillah, by the permission of God. How many of you believe that Jesus cured those born blind? Raise your hand. Muslims raising their hand. They didn't see Jesus perform the miracle, but they believe that Jesus touched the eyes and the people were able to see. How many believe that Jesus cured those who had leprosy? Raise your hand. Look at this. Muslims believe it. Why? Because it's in the Quran. They didn't witness it. God mentions it in the Quran. Muslims don't hide it. It's true. It's real. It's there. He did it. How many Muslims believe, or how many of you believe that Jesus turned water into wine? Raise your hand. Uh-oh. 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 Where those hands go? How many believe Jesus turned water into wine? 1, 2. You, my good brother, raise your hand. No, you. Yes. Yes. You had no idea I was going to call on you, did you? He said, what the heck I get myself into? Why you believe that Jesus turned water into wine? Sister, you mentioned that you believe Jesus turned water into wine. Why? No, don't turn around. You. Why do you believe it? You learned it somewhere. It was when you went to church that Sunday. That's when you learned it. Muslims don't deny it. But because we can't verify it, we silent. Because one of the things that the Quran does is called musaddiqun lima ma'akum. It verifies what is with you. And the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, had so much respect for the Injil and the Torah, he gave advice to his followers. He said, "La tusaddiqu ahli kitab wa la tukadibuhum, walakin qulu amana billah." Don't verify what the people of the book say, but don't deny it. We don't say that Jesus didn't turn water into wine. We say because Allah didn't say it and the Prophet didn't mention it, we are afraid to attribute something to Jesus that may not be true, so we want to be careful because we believe that some of the things have been changed. So therefore we want to be careful not to say that Jesus did such a thing or said such a thing, but then we don't want to deny it, so we're silent on it. Now, a miracle that the Quran mentions that the Bible doesn't mention, the Torah doesn't mention, the Gospel doesn't mention. Jesus, peace and blessing be upon him, took clay and made an image of a bird. ثُمَّ نَفَخَ فِيهِ, and he blew in the clay, and the clay became a living bird. A miracle that's in the Quran. The Bible doesn't mention. You will see that Muslims don't try to diminish Jesus or what he's done. But in fact, the Quran and the Sunnah seems to give more ammunition to the Christians, but then give it interpretation. Now let me tell you the one that's going to blow your mind. What do you have to do when you go and sit on a plane? What do the flight attendants tell you? Put your seatbelts on. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to make sure you got your seatbelts on. Ready? You got them on? Let me check. Our Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, every human being that's born is touched by Satan at his birth or her birth, and they cry out because of that touch. Every human being that's born is touched by Satan. Every human being at birth is touched by Satan, illa, except two people. And who are the two people? Who are the two people? Who are the two people? Yes, Mary and Jesus. The only human beings never touched by Satan at birth. This hadith, this tradition, muttafaqun alayhi sahih in Al-Bukhari and Muslim and other places. If you don't believe me, you want to check it out, I want you to get Bukhari Hadith, volume number 4, Kitabul al-Anbiya, in the book of the prophets. And under Isa, under Jesus, you will read what the prophet said about him. Peace and blessing be upon him. So you will learn this about our prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. He doesn't shy away from telling the truth. He doesn't hide or diminish the miracles of Jesus.